Hi there, my name is Carrie Tanner. I'm a realtor and certified distressed property expert with At Coastal Realty. In today's video, I'm going to talk about your options when facing foreclosure. There's definitely a lot of confusion around the options that you do and do not have. So let me just start off by saying every distress situation is unique and different. Your situation is not going to be the same as it is for someone else. Your bank may operate a little different from someone else's bank. Your end investor may also do things differently. So again, it's super important to have the right professional team around you, whose focus is solely on you and making sure you make the best informed decision for your specific situation moving forward. So let's talk about the options. The first option we're going to talk about is a refinancing. And so really that's not an option. So why am I telling you this? Well, because I think a lot of people think the most obvious answer to avoiding foreclosure is to refinance. But when you're facing foreclosure, you are behind on your mortgage, which means you're going to have late payments on your credit report. A lender is not going to refinance your loan if you have those late mortgage payments. Refinancing is not an option when you're behind because your late payments will affect your credit and it goes against the lender's approval guidelines. Now, you could reinstate the loan, but this is also a rare occasion because in order to reinstate the loan, in most cases, you're going to have to bring it current, including all of the late fees and penalties. And typically, this is a lot of money depending on how many months behind you are and what additional fees the lender is going to charge. Option number 2, this is a loan modification. Sometimes these work out and sometimes they don't. But I want to make it very clear to you that you definitely can do a loan modification by yourself. You would first call your bank, ask them for a loan modification packet, and then complete the information very carefully. Then you'll submit the loan modification packet along with any requested documents back to your bank. Once it's emailed or faxed, it's very important to follow up with your bank. I would say at least twice a week. You want to make sure that the packet is fully complete, but you definitely can complete a loan modification on your own. Please be very, very careful of the loan modification companies that will come in and say, hey, pay us X amount of dollars and we'll handle it for you. A lot of the times they're a scam, or they can charge an outrageous amount of money to do the same thing you can complete on your own. I certainly don't want you to get scammed out of money. So I highly encourage you to try this on your own. Does it work? Yes. However, you will not have to pay anyone. And the whole idea is to save money. One thing you have to remember is to be very consistent in following up with your bank. Set a specific date and time on your calendar to follow up with the bank, at minimum once per week. The third option is bankruptcy. Now, there are two different types of bankruptcy, a Chapter 7 and a Chapter 13. A Chapter 7 is liquidation. Essentially, you're wiping away all of the debt. There are certain qualifications you must meet to be granted a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. A Chapter 13 bankruptcy allows you to keep certain properties and provides you the opportunity to pay your creditors over a certain period of time. Now, I'm not a bankruptcy attorney. However, I do have several bankruptcy attorneys on my team that I can refer you to so that you can get assistance from someone who specializes in bankruptcies. That way, they'll be able to provide you with the guidance and information that you need to make the best decision for your specific situation. So if you're looking into that as an option, please reach out to me. Either option can provide you with more time if your property already has a scheduled auction date and you need more time to make a decision on your next step. It's important to know that filing for bankruptcy does not stop the foreclosure process. It simply puts a pause on the process, allowing you more time to work things out. I want to make sure you're getting the best support and the best advice, so please reach out to me with any questions. Option number 4 is a deed in lieu. So I don't generally suggest a deed in lieu, but I'm telling you about it because, again, I want to make sure you know about all of your options. A deed in lieu does report to your credit as a foreclosure. So that is one of the reasons we do not recommend a deed in lieu. Also, a deed in lieu is not going to be an option if you have a second mortgage or any other liens, because the second mortgage or lien holders will have to agree to that deed in lieu. Essentially, you're giving your property back to the first mortgage, and a second lien holder will typically not agree because they will not be receiving anything in return for their investment. So we certainly don't recommend a deed in lieu, but we want to make sure we're providing you with all of your options. Option number 5 is an equity sale or a short sale. So what is an equity sale? An equity sale happens when you decide to sell your home and the equity you have in your home allows you to sell the home and pay off your entire loan balance. Sometimes after an equity sale, there is enough money for you to even walk away with some money to help you start the next chapter in your life. But sometimes there is just enough to pay off your mortgage, which is always better than a foreclosure. Now, what is a short sale? A short sale happens when you decide to sell your property, but there is not enough equity in the property to pay your loan off. And we request that the bank accepts a payoff short of the total balance owed, hence the name short sale. As with everything else, each bank or investor will have different requirements when it comes to a short sale. But the one thing that every bank and every servicer requires is that you prove you are facing a hardship. My team and I have helped hundreds of homeowners navigate through the short sale process, and we would love to help you if you decide this is the route you would like to take. Regardless, if it's an equity sale or a short sale, we do want you to stay in the property until it goes to closing. That is very important. Hopefully this video has helped to give you an insight of the options available to you. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me with any questions or if you would like to explore one of the options discussed. Thanks for watching, and remember, you are not in this alone.